since the last time I was here, did we get invaded by UFOs? Is that what happened? I have no idea. These things are getting crazy now. The White House says, well, they were UFOs, but they weren't Chinese, as if like the only UFOs that exist are Chinese. Question remains, why did they shoot all these balloons down, $400,000 a pop for these missiles? It's just absolutely crazy. I mean, I guess it begs the question, right? Have there's always been like UFOs or whatever they call them now, flying around the U.S. and other countries? And the answer is yes. There's a lot of identified aircrafts, call them drones, call them new technology that's been flying around China, the U.S. But it is interesting. People were really freaked out on Super Bowl Sunday. And I think the media played into it, that there was some kind of UFO invasion. And it almost reminded me of War of the Worlds, you know, when that was played and back in the 30s, and people thought that really there was an invasion going on, maybe not to that degree. But it is really weird, David, that, you know, people are actually, because the media is saying and the White House is propping them up that, you know, perhaps maybe to distract them that, hey, UFOs are here. And it just, to me, it's just crazy when 50 years ago, the government would actually call you a lunatic if you actually said there were UFOs. Now you are a lunatic if you say they don't exist.
Well, having lived around military bases most of my life, in my early life, up until my mid-teens, we always saw all sorts of aircraft and everything. And my dad knew a lot of military pilots, and they would talk some. My dad did secret missiles and things like that he couldn't talk about then, but eventually did. So he said there is a lot of things the government does with experimental aircraft, things like this. And so they've always been around as far as military doing things. So they're always trying to push the boundaries of space aircraft, mainly for spying, for technological advantages for warfare. Back when America had its strength, peace through strength motto as our teaching and as a belief, we would invest so much in experimental aircrafts, you know, and for spying, so that's that I believe. But I also believe that I've seen 50 years ago UFOs, and I saw the, you know, I can't explain them, but I believed, and do till this day believe, that they're demons, angels of light. And they can do certain things. And Bill Elnor wrote a book on it. I agreed with his book on UFOs, that it's demonic, and they can appear like that. And because it is a deception, if you start believing there's other life out there somewhere else, and then you don't have to believe in a God, that it's all just evolution, and some aliens from one planet shot a missile into our primordial ooze, and voila,
there we are.
up,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, Richard Dawkins actually kind of believes the same kind of theory, because he can't really deal with the facts that in his own philosophical atheism, you know, that God can exist, even though the facts point to that. But it is really interesting. I wanted to start off with,
it's called directed spam permia, in case anybody wants to look it up.